When we spoke about attempts to give a man the camp mental courage, we said that we had to be shown something to look forward to in the future. He had to be reminded that life still waited for him, that a human being waited for his return. But after liberation, there were some men who found that no one awaited them. Woe to him who found that the person whose memory alone had given him courage in camp did not exist anymore. Woe to him who, when the day of his dreams finally came, found it so different from all he had longed for. Perhaps he boarded a trolley, travelled out to the home which he had seen for years in his mind and only in his mind, and pressed the bell, just as he has no longer to do in thousands of dreams, only to find that the person who should open the door was not there and would never be there again. We all said to each other in camp that there could be no earthly happiness which could compensate for all we had suffered. We were not hoping for happiness. It was not that which gave us courage, gave meaning to our suffering, our sacrifices and our dying. And yet we were not prepared for unhappiness. This disillusionment, which awaited not a small number of prisoners, was an experience which these men have found very hard to get over, and which for a psychiatrist is also very difficult to help them overcome. But this must not be a discouragement to him, only the contrary. It should provide an added stimulus. But for every prisoner, one of the liberated prisoners, the day comes when, looking back on his camp experiences, he can no longer understand how he endured it all. As the day of his liberation eventually came, when everything seemed to him like a beautiful dream, so also the day comes when all his camp experiences seem to him nothing but a nightmare. The crowning experiences of all for the homecoming man is the wonderful feeling that after all he has suffered, there is nothing he need fear any more except his God.